Hello and welcome to this tutorial where I'm going to show you how to download, print and stitch digital sewing patterns from Ikati. Just go to ikati.com, choose your sewing pattern, and once you have bought one of your sewing patterns, you will have access to the guidebook and the sewing patterns on the download page, and you will also receive a confirmation email. All files are separate so that you can download them even if you are on a tablet or a smartphone. For example, you can do it on an iPad. First, I download the guidebook and the size I need. In the guidebook, you will find all explanations step by step with the pictures, cutting layout, the size of the fabric you need, etc. Then I can download all the other sizes if I want to make that garment later in another size with a different fabric. All these PDF files go inside my download folder. Let's look at it. Now I can open them. I first open the guidebook itself. On my Mac, I have a software called Preview that opens my PDF file. If you don't have the right software, you can download Acrobat Reader from adobe.com for free. I usually don't print the guidebook. It's a pretty big document and I can look at it on my computer or my tablet. No need to waste paper. If there is something important about the sewing pattern, it will be printed inside the guidebook. For example, the cutting layout, etc. Then I open the PDF file for the age I want to print. For example, the 3 months. The files are made for both A4 or US letter prints. But some printers want to scale it to fill the entire page. So it's very important to check the settings. Print only the first page and check the scale. Once I know I have the good settings, I can print everything. If a page is empty, I don't print it. It may happen that the last bottom-down page is empty. Don't waste paper or reuse it. In this example, I printed a US letter page. It's pretty hard to find it in Europe. So it's now printed and I want to stitch together the sheets of paper to create the sewing pattern. First, I check the scale is right. First tip, I use a rotary cutter. This one is specially for paper and a cutting mat. I keep another rotary cutter for fabrics, as cutting paper is harder on the blade. First, I put the paper in order to a large table. On the first top left page, I can find the assembly layout. Second, I cut the right and top sides or fold them to be able to assemble the sheets together. I could cut on the left side, but I am right-handed, so it's easier for me on this side. Third, I check that all squares or diamonds are perfectly aligned. Then, I can use some tape to tape them together. I put some tape essentially inside the pieces. Once it's complete, I check that I didn't move the sheets while assembling and that the sewing pattern is right. I use a so-called magic tape so I can reposition the sheets of paper. Last, I cut all pieces one by one with my rotary cutter. I don't need to add sewing margins as they are already taken into account on the sewing patterns. Second tip, with my rotary cutter, I start from the bottom and go up. It allows me to be more precise. Once all pieces are cut, I check on the guidebook that they are all here. I'm now ready. I can start cutting out the fabric itself.